Hey guys, what's up? It's munclesonkey. Welcome to a new video. In this video, we're going to be going over some Slayer in attempt to PVM. Mostly going to be focusing on the Slayer tasks that are bosses. For example, you can do Greater Demon's task as Zami. That sort of thing. I will occasionally throw in a regular Slayer task where it's not PVMing. But for the most part, I do want to focus on getting some Combat XP, Slayer XP, as well as working towards some of those pets. I will say it has been a long time since my last episode of Condemned to PVM, about 2.5 weeks. I've been getting a lot of questions. Where'd Condemned to PVM go? I haven't forgotten about the series. The problem is I just haven't had a pet drop yet, so there isn't really any progress to show. But what I thought is, in the meantime, while we're working on getting the pets, I'll upload some of these kind of videos. This might tide some of the people who love seeing PVM over, and also potentially some of the people that liked seeing the Slayer, and now there hasn't been a whole lot of that since 120. Anyway, my first task is going to be Armadyl, so I'll get into that, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm done with that task, and show you what loot I got and everything from the task itself. So I'm about to finish up the first task here, and I just did off of killing one of the minions, actually, not killing Armadyl himself, or herself, whatever it is. But let's see if we get anything for the final drop. No Black Dead body, though, so 3 Black Deads from that. Fairly successful task, I would say. I didn't get any drops from Armadyl herself. We're just going to go with calling her a her. But decent amount of loot here, so we will price check all this and see how much it's worth. And of course, Armadyl is great XP, and the more kills that I get, the more it works towards getting enough kills on that drop log to get to 1,000, and then the boss pet becomes more common. So I can't wait for that. Of course, the adamant bars are from kill count, and very strange rare drop table drop here, but apparently 50 super restores is one of the rare drop table items now. I also got an elite, and I am going to do it, but 1 mil from an Armadyl task is not too bad. Wow, there's an elf that attacked me just randomly while I was running to Morvran, and he dropped a dragon helm. Okay, best rare drop table luck of all time, perhaps? Let's go ahead and get a task from Morvran, though. And since this is going to be a series where I only focus on PVM, probably a very short series, in fact, we might not even call that. I will be canceling a lot of good tasks, such as Celestial Dragons, because it's not PVM, and the only non-PVM task that I will be doing, I believe anyway, is going to be Araxi and Edemus, just because Edemus are, as far as I know, the best money in game at the moment, or definitely up there in top 5 without a doubt. And we get Black Dragons, and we are going to be doing some QBD for that. I'm not going to prefer Black Dragons because I have some other tasks I'm going to prefer. Also, I don't know how many QBD tasks I want to do, but I will definitely do this task. Okay, I'm ready to open this casket, but one thing I gotta warn you about is I did spend quite a bit of money on these puzzle skipping tickets, and also this was like a, I don't know, 11-step clue. It was a very long one, by far the longest clue I've ever had in my life. But let's open this up, and we got 217k. So, in all honesty, I probably lost 200, 300k on this clue. I'm just going to be using these tickets every time I get an elite, but unfortunately, I will lose money unless I get something really good. So that's not too bad, but I don't know, it was a little bit of fun, and who knows, maybe I'll luck out someday and get something awesome that's worth mils. Okay, looks like we should be able to finish up the QBD task here. Please don't time stop me. Okay, good. Sometimes he'll time stop you at the very end, and it's very annoying. But 2 140 tasks complete in a row. Wow. This is probably the longest Slayer task in the game that I know of anyway. Doing QBD for Queen Black Dragon, doing Black Dragons for QBD tasks, even longer than, say, doing Dagannoth Kings for a Dagannoth task. And I will be price checking everything. I believe this task only took me a little bit over 2 hours, though, to kill like 58 QBDs. You can get about 28, 29 kills per hour going pretty hard, and I was trying to do that. But anyway, we'll go to Morvran and price check the loot from this task, as well as hopefully get another PVM-related Slayer assignment. Okay, we're going to price check everything here that I got during my QBD task. I think it was 58 QBDs, if I'm not wrong about that, and 12.7 mil. That's not bad. It looks like D-Bones are making a slight recovery. They did drop down to nearly 2k a pop for a little while there. And I was getting a bit scared because I have a lot of D-Bones in my bank. But they're starting to go up again, and overall most of this stuff still holds a decent value, although the price of Torstal Seeds and Magic Seeds and let's not get depressed. Let's just grab another task from Morvran, and it will be no, we're not going to be doing his special assignment. That's not going to be happening. Oh, I guess I don't have to cancel it anymore. And Avian Seeds, okay, well that's an Armadyl task, 179, that's a good amount of them too. And also one other thing that's interesting to see is that if we scroll down to Queen Black Dragon, which I swear is on this list somewhere, we hover over the kills, we're up to 502 kills, so that means I passed the 500 threshold, which means that the QBD pet is now twice as common. So hopefully I'll get this Queen Black Dragon scale fairly soon. Okay, it looks like we just killed a minion and completed our Avian Seas Slayer task while doing that. Of course, I'm going to finish off this last Armadyl. And I didn't overload bot for like the last 3 kills because I'm cheap and I didn't want to waste any overload whatsoever. And it looks like the last drop is super ranging pots. So I'll take them. Unfortunately, no drops this task. Not even an elite clue scroll. I was kind of hoping for an at least elite, but it didn't happen. But, you know, probably the next time I get Godwar's Dungeon or one of those higher tier monsters, I will more than likely get an elite clue. Looking at Kriara, I'm up to 320 kills, which is by far the least amount of any God Wars Dungeon kills, because the only time I've killed this boss is on task, and 7 hard mode kills, which ended horribly, but I'm not going to talk about that. So the threshold for God Wars Dungeon monsters is 1,000, so I do need to get up to 1,000 total Kriara kills before the pet becomes more common, and that will just come gradually as I do more and more Slayer tasks at Armadyl. Okay, so price checking our loot here. This is everything that I got from the Armadyl task, including the stuff crushed by the Spring Cleaner. Comes out to a total of about $1 mil, and I did spend money on supplies, so maybe about 800k total profit that task, or 700k, around that range. And we get Avian Seas again. Okay, I'll take it. Right back to Armadyl. Don't even have to switch gears. That's really convenient. Okay, and this should be our Armadyl task done after that last kill. And unlike most Armadyl tasks, I actually got some drops this task, so we'll check out exactly how much those drops are worth in just a second, but overall fairly successful task, even though I wasn't assigned a whole lot of Avian Seas. And, you know, I probably got a couple Rune or Black Tea Hides in the bank, but let's just go ahead and price check what we got here. Got a rare drop table drop of Super Restores as well, which is kind of a funny one, but it is on the rare drop table. Of course, the adamant bars are from getting kill count. So we add all this stuff together, it comes to about 2.4 mil, maybe another 100k worth of stuff the Spring Cleaner crushed. So not a bad profit for a fairly quick task, I would say, and also some really good range XP. You know, it would be a really awesome task right now. I think that Zammy would be a cool task. I'm really liking God Wars Dungeon lately. Dark Beasts, now this is a tricky one, because Dark Beasts are an awesome task, and they're going to go unblock, and some of you may be very surprised by that, but Dark Beasts are, I believe, the second most common task from Wolverine, and I'm not going to be doing them because they're time consuming and they're not PVM related. Black Dragons again, 109 of them. You know, I will do this, but I think I'm going to do this at the KBD instead of the QBD. For one, just to shake things up, and for two, KBD drops a pet as well, so I will have to do him sometime, and it's obviously much faster kills than the QBD, so maybe it'll be a little bit more interesting and fun. I did wind up skipping that KBD task just because KBD is really crowded right now. I'm not sure why. I guess it's just because of bots pets, but there seems to be people with Steel Titans on every single world, so it was hard to find a spot, and I think I'm going to limit myself to 1 Queen Black Dragon task per day, just for my own sanity's sake. But our next task was Edemus. We unfortunately didn't get any Blood Necklace shards this task, but I did get an Elite Clue Scroll, so I'm going to go ahead and do that one, and hopefully we'll get something good from that. Okay, we got ourselves a casket here, and I think we're just about due for a good clue scroll after having 14 ones where I think the best reward was like 320k. Well, let's see what we get. 320k. Well, we just about tied our best reward. Not that this was a great clue. I think we about broke even on this because these tickets, I'm buying them for about 100k each, and I think I used 3, so yeah, we pretty much broke even. But we don't have a Slayer test right now. Let's go remedy that. Okay, we're back at Morvran, and one thing that I did want to show you guys is I wanted to show you my optimized preferred block list, and this is it. I'm going to be preferring Edemu just because they're awesome. Grey Demons, Avian Seas, Dagannoths, and Calphites are all in order to do tasks where I have a chance to get boss pets, and TDs just because I really like TDs and I'd like to do them. I will be doing a couple actual Slayer tasks that don't drop pets, but for the most part I'm going to be just primarily trying to do bossing. And for the block, this is not going to be a permanent list, but temporarily Elves, Dark Beasts, Black Demons, Muzzput, Abyssal Demons, Celestial Dragons, because all of these tasks are very common, and I don't want to do any of them because they're all long tasks, and even though most of them are very good Slayer XP, not so much with the Black Demons, but the other ones are great Slayer XP, but I don't want to do them because it takes a lot of time away from PVMing. So our next task is going to be Abyssal Demons. Prime example goes on the block. It is a great task. You should definitely do it if your goal is Slayer XP. And now we get Automatons. This is one of the couple tasks that I think I will do, even though it's not technically a PVM task. It does drop a crest spot, and I already have like 5 crest spots, but I just really like this task a lot, so I'll go do it. Okay, I finished that task up. It was really quick. Automatons are always like a 20-minute task. And the price check isn't too shabby. If we take the prayer pots out, 130k. in, well, maybe a little bit over 20 minutes, but 25-ish minutes of work, that's hardly any time at all, and these are definitely decent money, even if you don't get any glove drops. One thing I did want to clarify is even though I said that I'm going to be slaying to do PVM, I will still on occasion do tasks that are not necessarily PVM for a couple reasons. For one, I've dearly missed Slayer. Slayer on Iron Man is just not the same as Slayer on a main account, at least not for me, and I find this much more enjoyable than on the Iron Man, which is kind of a lower tier. And no, we are not taking a special assignment for Morwen. That's not happening. Muzzpaws are another task that goes on the block for reasons which I have already explained, so I won't go over them. And then we get Tizar, which you can't really do any PVMing with unless you can do fight kilns using the Tizar task now. Alright, nope, you can't do the fight kiln for Slayer XP. I wanted to check just because I know fight kiln was updated with the last update. One thing you can do is you can choose the spawn speed now, so if you're doing kilns, you definitely want to select those to be fast spawn, unless it's your first time doing a kiln or something like that. But that's definitely going to help speed up kilns for people going for 100 of them complete. Okay, I had to skip a ton of tasks because he just would not stop giving me mutated Jadinkos, which aren't even a very common task. But we finally get a PVM related assignment, which is really all I was aiming for, and that's Avian Seas, 178 of them, which means more Armadyl, and I'm looking forward to it. I really like Armadyl quite a bit. Just quickly price checking lotations. After that Armadyl task, I did get a pair of armor gloves, 900k, not too bad. Of course, Galwar's dungeon drops aren't worth much anymore, but it all adds up to about 1.4 mil, and maybe another 100k or so in rune ore crushed by the spring cleaner. Okay, Morwen, you know what I think? I think we could use a Greater Demons task. Mithril Dragons, man, I feel so bad canceling this because it's such a fast one. I really shouldn't be. Okay, don't do this at home, kids. This is a waste of Slayer points. Black Demons, there's a task that is going on the block list, and I am not going to regret that one at all. Can't stand Black Demons. And finally, Black Dragons is our task. Well, you know what? Morwen keeps giving them to me. I guess it's going to be back to QBD for us. We could only avoid it for so long. Okay, we finally finished off that QBD task. I think that was 78 Black Dragons. That was quite a long one. Our last drop is going to be Lantonyms, which is a pretty good drop, and we'll head back to the Elf City to pick up another task. But overall, I probably made some bank that task. I will withdraw everything and price check it, but I killed about 20 more QBDs from the last time I did a Black Dragon task, and I made a ton that task. So this one should be extremely profitable. Okay, I think this is everything from the QBD task. Let's go ahead and price check it. I did get a couple rare drop table drops. One is the 20 rune plate bodies. The 3 rune bars is another one. That's not such a hot one. And also I got a couple drops of 90 rune ore, which was pretty nice. Let's throw everything in here and we get 17 mil from that task. So I maybe spent a mil or so in total supply costs. So definitely profited at least about 16 mil. Very profitable task. QBD is still one of the best ways to make money in the game, and it took about 2.5 hours to complete it. So let's grab ourselves another assignment, Cress's Automatons. You know, I will go ahead and do that. I'm starting to run a little bit low on points, so I can't just go ahead and skip everything, and that's one thing I need to be mindful of is I was at one point at around 16,000 Slayer points. I'm now down to 9,000. It's still a lot, but I will slowly and surely begin to whittle those down if I continuously just skip everything, and I do like this task a lot, so I'll do it. Okay, so I did just finish up a Zami task. I did a couple extra kills just to use up the rest of my overload. And we out, man. We did get one drop, which was a Hood of Subjugation. Nothing else from the task, though. Although Zami does have some fairly decent regular drops. Lots and lots of rune items, which my Spring Cleaner ate up. And lots of these Lanthanum seeds and herbs. All sorts of stuff, really. Okay, let's nab another task here. And I do have an Elite Glue Scroll. I forgot to put it in my inventory just for a visual representation, but I did get one. So I'm going to do that after I get my next task, but it's going to be Dagannoth. That's awesome. Secretly, this was the task, the exact task I was hoping for. I will be putting that on the prefer list, and I will be doing some DKs later tonight. However, I'm going to go do an elite and do my daily Araxi kills before I head off to DKs, but that should be fun when I eventually get there. Okay, we got a gasket. Let's do this. 400k. Wow, that's probably our best reward so far, even with the biscuits. That's impressive. Mahogany planks must be worth quite a bit, but I did get 2 palm seeds as well. Well, you know what? I'm not upset with that clue. That was actually pretty good. And, you know, much better than average reward. I did profit. I did use, I think, 3 tickets, but it's still a profit. And I'll try to get another one soon. DKs do drop a lot of elite clues, so there you go. Okay, so I did a few Araxor kills with melee, and I think I'm going to stop here. We're only at, I think the next kill would be 120% in rage starting, because it goes up by 20%. And oh my goodness, we got a spider leg top. That is awesome. Thank you, Jagex. Oh, I am thrilled with that. I was not expecting to get a drop because I think my last spider leg piece was like 8 kills ago or something, but wow, okay, 2 out of 3 Araxor pieces done. What a great day. We were at the DKs. Everybody had matching Slayer helms. I killed Dagannoth's Prime a lot, and then I got a drop. But it wasn't a drop, it was some raw lobsters. Yeah. Okay, we're going to be finishing up the DK task here. I did do 2 trips because I did half of it last night and then half of it this morning, and I think in total it was 333 Dagannoth Kings, roughly around there. It was in that range, and unfortunately it was a ton of DKs, and it did take a long time just because when you prefer a task it automatically extends it. But I'll price check all the main stuff. I don't have all of the little drops in my inventory because I banked stuff last night, but all the main drops I'll get out and we'll price check. Okay, looking at my DK's kill counter here, I'm now up to almost 1,150. So when I do reach the 1,500 mark, I do believe that that is the threshold. Then the DK's pets will become more common. But I should be able to get a DK's pet within a few Slayer tasks of them. So that's going to be really exciting. Hopefully that'll be my first pet. And this is everything that I got in my inventory. I didn't price check the stuff like the mithril ore, coal, a bunch of the dinky stuff, but all the main things goes up to 7 mil. That's really not bad. Got a ton of earth talismans, and unfortunately not too many water talismans from killing that many DKs, but still a nice amount. And it looks like dragon hatchets are actually going up. They went down to 750k. So them making a slight rebound is nice to see. Maybe some people are starting to get their DK's pets done, and now we're moving on to bigger and better things, and that's causing hatchets to rise. Our next task is not going to be Desire, but I also got a Elite Clue Scroll, so of course, as always, I'm going to do that one and then get back to you guys when I finish it. And you know what? I can't skip Ganos. This is one of my favorite tasks of all time, so I will do it. It's a pretty short task as well, and it won't take away too much time from PVMing, which is the main reason why I'm doing this task, but hopefully we will get a Armadyl or Zami task or something later on today so we can get some more progress done. Okay, I just finished off my Greater Demons task. Obviously, I did the vast majority of the task with Zami. I think I had 8 left, though, after my second instance expired. So I went ahead and went here just to finish it because I didn't want to waste points canceling the task. But everything I got during the Zami task, I do have in my inventory. I did get 2 drops, a garb as well as a gown, so I got pretty lucky in terms of the drops, being that I got good ones instead of, you know, boots or gloves or something that's not worth a whole lot. So let's price check everything in the inventory, take out these new rose petal hearts, because they were not from Zami itself, and these not skipping tickets, and in total, we managed to get 11.9 mil. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, including, you know, these 2 drops obviously helped a lot, but this should be everything that I got from the boss itself. I would say a very successful God Wars dungeon trip. I also got an Elite. Of course, as per usual, I'll be back when I have a casket. Okay, so I did use a ticket to solve this puzzle casket. One thing I have to say really quickly, why do I use tickets and why do I not use that website that tells you the answer for doing the slider puzzles and the not puzzles? Well, the answer is that website is very glitchy and does not work for me more often than not, so that's the reason why. And we got 223k. And in total, I tried using the website. Thank you guys for letting me know about it, by the way. But I did give the website a fair shot. I think I tried it on about 8 puzzles, and I think it worked on 1 of them. It did not work on the other 7 puzzles that I tried it on. So I kind of gave up. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe it just doesn't work with certain knots. But anyway, I lost a little bit of money on that clue, but it's whatever. We got some biscuits. You always got to be happy about that, right? Okay, let's grab our Slayer task and see what we'll be doing tomorrow since I'm done with the Slayer for tonight. I think before I do go to bed, though, I'm going to do a couple more Araxor kills because, of course, I want to get that Spider Leg bottom. I guess I really can't cancel 37 Mithril Dragons. That's such a fast task. I'd feel pretty bad if I did. So that will be the task I do in the morning, but for now, time to do a couple of Araxor kills before bed, and I'll let you guys know if I get anything cool, either a Spider Leg or, who knows, a weapon piece. Perhaps even a pet. Could happen. Okay, I'm just about to complete my death assignment here, so let's go ahead and do that. 12 death assignments done. And one thing that I did learn from this is I'm probably going to turn off the option to double the size of the assignment, and in return you get like 25% more points or something like that. I don't think it's worth it because if you get an assignment such as Barrows, for example, it just takes so long. I think I had to do 18 chests, and yeah, it's very, very time consuming. So if you get a fun boss, it's great, but if you get a boss like Barrows, it kind of sucks. So I'm going to go turn that option off and get another assignment. It also looks like you don't gain any Slayer XP, extra Slayer XP from doing larger assignments. They're kind of pointless. Anyway, let's grab a task. Hopefully it's Kiln or Araxi. Araxi is great, actually. I'll definitely take that. That's probably one of my more favorite tasks that you can get from death. And also let's price check everything that I got from the Barrows. Not a whole lot. Got a couple totems. Got a Torag's hammer. I'm assuming that's the main hand one. And all told, it adds up to 1.8 mil. Wow, that's a lot more than I expected. That's actually not too bad. And I do use these runes for Viswax every day, so that's pretty handy. Anyway, it did take like an hour to do all those chests though, because Barrows is really slow. The regular Barrows anyway. Okay, that's all for the first set of these Slayer progress PVM kind of videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and kind of like the longer style of video, because I had a lot of fun making it, and we'll probably do some more of these in the future. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a couple days with the next video. Until then, farewell.